Hello! It's Friday, the 7th of November, 2025. Welcome along to the channel, The Fifth Guardian. I'm your host, Tony Hunt, where today I'll be player of games. But as always, it's not my story, it's not your story. Today's story is all about competing in multiple series within Real Racing 3 Update 13.7, and this is part 6 of that mini series. Now, I didn't have the best of experiences in part 5. It started off with the weekly time trial competition, and to be fair, I was struggling. Uh, and that sort of then went all the way through all the competitions. So I thought I'd do an order change for this evening. It's Friday. It's been a long week. It's time to relax, have a bit of fun. The stream might be a bit shorter this evening, I think, because, as I said, it's been a long week. So I reckon about an hour and a half. But still got plenty of series to race in and plenty of racing to be done. I will be spending some more gold this evening. Never like doing that. But I will also be earning, hopefully, quite a bit of gold. So we're going to start off in the exclusive area. So we're going to do the 4 exclusive series first and see how we get on. So we're going to start with the McLaren P1 GTR. Currently sitting at 83%. A real possibility of taking this series to 100% and earning 60 for gold. So, Tier 4, Autocross at the International Circuit at Dubai. I've got to do a time of 18 seconds. It's a short one. It's another McLaren we're racing. We're racing quite a few McLarens at this moment in time. I think I've already messed that up. All right, no worries. 19.7. I did mess up. I did skid. That would have cost me at least a second. So let's see what we can do. Yeah, that's better. There we go. 17 seconds. 17.9 something it looked like. There we are. 17.953. That's much better. Okay, there we go. And we're off. We're hopefully off to plenty of wins this evening. All right, so that is Tier 4 completed. Next on the list, Tier 7. Oh, no, Tier 7, there we go. Another autocross, this time at Spa-Francorchamps. I believe this is a longer one. 27 seconds. Okay, again, might be a bit of an ass, that. That was 27 seconds, but I've still managed to get first with a 27.1, which is a significant amount ahead of second place there. So that's good. That's good. Virtual Medical Dr. Iaka enters the chat and says, hello, hello back, welcome along. Thank you for joining. Thank you for watching and saying hello in the chat. And John also enters the chat and waves his big pink hand. Hello, John. Welcome along. Thanks for watching and saying hello in the chat. It's very much appreciated. So, next up, Speed Snap at the Nürburgring on the shorter track. 154 miles per hour is what I've got to hit. So I do think it's going to be a case of not going slowly, but at the final corner, being in a position to accelerate out as early as possible. Here we go. Might have even made that look easy. We've got that first place. Okay. What a refreshing change. Boom. Okay, next up, all the way across to tier 12, we've got an autocross, currently sitting at 89%. The autocross, I believe, is one of the longest autocrosses in the game, if not the longest, at Mount Panorama, up the hill, sorry, mountain, down the hill, sorry, mountain. Again, got first. That's good. 43.409. It was close, that one, but we got it. That's good. Aaron C. John enters the chat and says, hello, hello, Aaron C. John. Welcome along. Thank you for watching and saying hello in the chat. Says, I got the Utopia with all ones. Well done indeed. Aaron C. John says, McLaren P1 GTR is such a nice car. Do you know what? It's a nice car to drive. It's a nice car to drive. It's a bit nippy, but it feels relatively balanced. If there's any weakness, I'd say maybe a little bit on the grip. Maybe the brakes could be a little bit better to balance that out. But overall, quite like racing this car. Unfortunately, it might be the last time you see it because we've almost done the exclusive series. So, next up at tier 13, the Speed Snap at the Club Circuit at Dubai. Few races at Dubai already. 160 miles per hour. Trying to think where it is. Oh, there it is. Yeah. Didn't do a very good job of that one. I mean, I said I didn't do a very good job. I still managed to get second. But I think I'm quite a bit behind first. There we go. So, I can get first, I'm sure of it. Let's say give it another go. Yeah, I wasn't quite sure what I was doing, to be fair. Oh, I messed that up. Might have found the race that I'm going to end up getting stuck on. So we'll have a couple more goes. I mean, in fairness, I did make a serious error there. So let's try that again. Aaron C. John says, did you complete all the cups? Not yet, but I will do. Hopefully. 157. I'm getting closer. Yeah, it's proving to be a bit hard, this one. Not getting that accelerate. It's all about when to accelerate out of that corner, so that you don't again have to slow down, which unfortunately I did. I didn't have to brake, but I had to release my finger off the acceleration. There you go. That's it. Well, I thought that was pretty good, and I've still only managed to get second. Lord Night Moon enters the chat and says, hello back, welcome along, thanks for watching. So you know what I think I might do is one more go, and then we'll come back to that. We'll come back to that as the last one to get, but that was a lot better that time, so I was pretty close. Well, there we go. There we go. There's an example of practice makes better. 159.78 did eventually get top spot on the attempt where the 159 player dropped out of the race. Typical. But anyway, there we go. We got first. Right, so that moves us on to tier 15. Aaron C. John says you got first already. Yeah. So we haven't got many to go. So we've got a speed snap, an autocross, and another speed snap. So we're almost there. And 64 gold isn't bad at 100%. It's quite a nice bit of gold to acquire. So I need to hit 130 miles per hour. Now this one's a bit weird, I think, because I think it's after, not this corner, but the next corner. Yeah. So it is all again going to be finding the right acceleration point. There we go. Second place. Wow. I can't have missed out by much. That must have been very close. Look at that. 0.63 against 0.65. Doesn't get much closer. Can we improve? Oh, not like that. Not like that. Made a right mess up for that. Always important to accelerate out early, but not too early that you end up messing up like I did there. So let's try again. 129.1 I've got to get. So if I just do what I did the first time, it should be alright. Quite often, these speed snaps, it's almost as much about patience, not rushing. There you go, look at that, I blew that out the water that time. 132 miles per hour. There you go. Oops, I've just done I don't want to do a retry, I got first. Little trigger happy on the retry button there. Right, there we go. First place. 95% onto tier 16, an autocross at the short track at Hockenheim Ring. Now this car, I think, might struggle a little bit on this track. We'll give it a go, obviously. Why would we not? don't think I've got first there. There we go, second. A 27.583. Against a 573. So again, so very close. Let's see if we can do a little bit better. I do think there's a significant amount of improvement I could have. That might not help. There you go. In the 26s, nice and straightforward. There we go. So we've had a few seconds this evening, but we have eventually rectified that situation and then got first. Look at that. I was a whole second quicker. So that does mean one more race to go to take this series to 100%. And after almost 20 minutes, one series down. Very good, hopefully. Speed snap at Daytona. 224 miles per hour. Okay. So do the corner, foot down. Now you could argue, don't take the corner particularly fast. So you can get your foot down, like so, quite early. 224. Well, look at that. I got to 224. Oh, I managed to get first as well. That's fantastic. So there we go. That is the first series completed this evening. Yeah. Woohoo. 100% completed. 64 gold earned. We'll put the McLaren into servicing. It doesn't technically need it, but might as well take the opportunity just to get it onto double durability. There we go. One series down, gold already earned. We've got 3 more exclusive series to do. Now, I'm just going to be a little bit lighter on the next one we do, which is the Ligier JS P320, because there is also the opportunity of taking the series that car is in to 100%. Possibility of doing it, not very high this evening, but we will give it a go. So I'm just going to do, I think I'm just going to go left to right and get to 75%. And if we get to 75%, it's 30 gold. That's pretty good. So this one might be a little bit of a quicker series, possibly. Man, that was a slow start. Get there, am I? Oh, just missed out. 4th. So this is one's proving to be a little bit on the tricky side. You see they've already earned some M dollars today, so that M dollar total's coming up, 3.7 million. Hopefully, if we do have F1 next update, that'll be a good amount to go into that update with. The intention is to try and get up to 5 million by the end of this update. That will be the plan. And there's a couple, well, there's at least one event which might really help earn quite a significant amount of M dollars coming up in a couple of weeks' time. Let's try again. Let's try again. Come on. Okay, I do feel quicker there. There we go. This time. 38 seconds. Nicely done. First place. Like that $M reward. Okay, 73%. Let's do the head-to-head. So the Club Circuit, Circuit of Americas, possibility of going up to 75% after this race. And I might then just leave this series alone, possibly. Okay, we're in the lead, only just though. There we go, that is first, and hopefully that's 75%. There we go. 55,000 M dollars earned. 30 gold. So just for the moment, we'll leave that series there. We might come back and do a bit more racing. Then again, we might not. In this series, that is. But it will be back on Wednesday to take that series to 100% and earn 40 gold. Right, so we're almost back up to 3,000 gold. We're not going to get there because we will be spending some gold today, and then obviously we've got the Radical Limited series, so we'll be spending more gold there. But that's why I decided to do this fair. It's a little bit of fun to earn some gold, put you in the right frame of mind going into the weekend. So next up, we've got the Hennessey Venom F5, currently sitting at 45%. We can take it to 50% and earn 35 gold. Ooh. I'm not going to be doing any of the quick races this evening. I don't know if I've got any eliminations to do, so let's go through and have a look. Possibly not. So if we haven't, our focus on next would be... Oh, there's this elimination for second there. We might have a go at that one. Oh, I've got elimination there. Okay, so let's start back at tier 17. We'll do the elimination that we'd previously only got second. Now this car is a bit of a monster, and you do need to brake early than what you would normally need to brake in any normal car. But this car isn't normal, but it's great fun to drive. There we are. I feel like I'm already doing... Oh, yeah, me. I feel like I'm already doing better, but look how easily you can brake late. And on this small circuit, it's pretty hard. There we go, so into first. 6 cars left in the battle. I don't think I'm going to be pushing away quite as easily with this car, but I can use its power to help keep in the lead. That's all I need to do. Got a lead of 40 yards. 4 cars left in the race. Yards ahead of second. About to guarantee podium place. Only 3 cars left in the race now. Let's not get carried away. And let's make sure we improve on the previous attempt. There we go. I think the victory is there. There you go. Beautiful. Another example, if at first you don't get first, try again. You might do on the second attempt. All right. So let's do the elimination at tier 19. It's the Bridge Grand Prix circuit at Silverstone. There we go. And we're off. And we're in 5th place. Oh, thought I could get around him. Oh, I'm not having much luck here. Okay. So, into 4th. Braking early because this car needs to brake early. See, look, even that was not early enough. Okay. Doing a lot of crashing into the back of other cars. Not a good sign. So I'm only in 3rd, but obviously 1st and 2nd clearly very close, so that's good. But there are only 4 cars now left in the race. Okay, up into 2nd. Quite hard, this one. Up into 1st. There we go, guaranteed a podium finish at the very least. Would like that podium to be 1st place. As I'm in the lead, I'm sort of controlling the pace. Okay, here we go, final 5 seconds, there we go, done. There we go. Boom. So that's another first. That is all the eliminations done in this series. %48%. Probably just need one more race. I'm going to try and do a speed record. There we go. Let's do the speed record at the East Circuit at Suzuka in Tier 3. 221 miles per hour. I'm going to start from way back behind the start line. Should do. There we go. I did get first before I hit the start line there, so I probably didn't need to do that, but it's always good to be safe rather than sorry. We have got first, just a case of going round now. There we go, that is first, and hopefully 50% and 35 gold. There we go, brilliant. Okay, so we will leave that one there as well. We've only been racing 33 minutes, but we've already got gold in 3 of the 4 exclusive events. So we've got one more exclusive series to do, the Ferrari F40 LM. So 22%. I just need to take it to 25%. So you know what, we'll have a go at that speed record. It's the road course at Indianapolis. Again, I'll probably start from behind. Start line. And that should guarantee my victory. The fastest part of the track is at the end of this straight. You know what? I do like this car. Nice car. Oh, I messed that up, didn't I? Oh dear. Fortunately, oops. My word, I made a right mess of that, didn't I? Have I cracked the windscreen? No, amazing, I haven't broken the windscreen. That's what I should have done. Never mind. Again, I probably didn't need to do what I did in terms of starting from behind the finish line, because I actually set the fastest speed as I crossed the finish line there. But there you go. There you go. Right, okay. So what has that taken us up to? 24% maybe? 23%? 24%, and that's tier 1 completed. And in tier 2, we've got an elimination. So we'll have a go at doing that. Okay, into 5th. Catching up to the leading pack. Into 4th. All the way into 1st. Oh. A little bit messy. Oh, taken out there. Proper aggression. Back in 2nd place. Five cars left in the race. There we go. Wonderfully caught up on that guy there. Okay, back into 1st. Guaranteed a podium finish. I'll just see if I can make it the 1st position. There we go. That's it. Okay, 2 of us left, 100 yards ahead of 2nd as well. There we go. That, I believe, will be 1st and will mean getting to 25%. I didn't check what the reward was. I think it's actually quite good. It might be 20 gold, you know. I think overall this series will give me 200 gold. So let's have a look. There we go, 20 gold. Quite a haul already. So I've been racing for 40 minutes. That's as much as I need to do on the 4 exclusive series. I will be adding a new exclusive series for Wednesday's stream, and I'm going to add the Ferrari F12 TDF there. You see that only needs 2 updates. But I'm not going to do that just yet. I'm going to carry on enjoying my current success at winning stuff. So there are 2 series within the normal part of the game that I want to try and take to 100%. The first of those is in Expert, all the way across to the Sports Coupe Challenge, where we did apply some upgrades to the Ferrari 360 Modena. Now, in total 4 upgrades, in the previous stream, applied 2 gold, and then the 2 following upgrades, and the 2 gold updates, 1 on engine, 1 on body. And then there were 2 $R upgrades, which I think were taking something like 12 hours. Well, they've obviously now counted down, they're applicable, and lo and behold, 45.8 minimum PR, and the car is 45.8, so I'm okay. We're going to be good. Yukatar FRL enters the chat and says speed and power. Power and speed. In some of these cars, absolutely. Not so in others. Let's see how we get on. I don't think there's a lot of gold to be earned here. I think it's something like 23. I always like doing that first corner around the outside just to stay out of trouble. I've got 3 laps. Fortunately, this particular track, there's always plenty of overtaking opportunities. Oops, a daisy. I'll say this, it's not particularly grippy. Well, I am already up into 5th. Okay, 3rd. This is looking good for the win. Looking good for the win, and therefore more gold. Yeah, it's not a particularly fast car, this one. But it's all right. The other thing you'll notice is what I'm doing is I'm only upgrading the cars enough to be able to then complete the series. There's no point, once you've got a PR high enough to complete the series the car's in, there's no point in applying any more upgrades. It's just a waste of gold. Look at this, we are in 1st place before the end of lap 1. 2 more laps to go. Does mean the next 2 laps will be just a little bit boring. But fortunately, this track's quite an interesting track just to watch cars go around. Okay, we're building up quite a big lead here. 300 yards ahead of 2nd. Alright, there we go, that's lap 2 completed. Final lap. In the lead, 300 yards ahead of 2nd. Let's go. Let's get this done. Well, potentially I've got 6 series this evening where I can earn gold. 4 exclusive series already done, and 2 normal series, of which this is the first. And it is looking good. We're going to get this series taken to 100%. And I do think that will mean the end, unfortunately, of this car. A bit of a mess up there. I said it Modena, but I wonder if it's Modena, the 360 Modena. Sounds a little bit more romantic from the Ferrari perspective, I would imagine. Modena just not very, doesn't sound nice, does it? Modena. There we go, that is first place. And another series taken to 100% with a reward of some gold. The Adventures of Two Dogs, Valentine and George, says, "Good evening, Mr. Tony," and then goes a bit relating, I guess, to me breaking a little bit late and going off track. Welcome along. Thanks for watching. Thanks for saying hello in the chat. Okay, so I will service this car, but what I'm going to do first is I'm just going to have a look and see if it is in any other series. Oh, there we go, 27 gold. Up to 2,932. So if I come out of here and go up to my road garage and into... There we are, it's selected. Now, unfortunately, this car hasn't got an exclusive series. And indeed, it's only in one series. So there we go. That's the end of that car. Okay. Right. So next, what we're going to do next. So if I go... Oh, look, I've taken the road collection now up to 86%. So that's halfway towards my target for this update of getting it up to 87%. And we're only on week 3. So looking good from that perspective. So back into road collection. So Expert is sitting quite nicely at 99%. Now there are 2 series left to do. Now, I'm not going to do the Aston Martin Vantage AMR Pro. It's very expensive. So I'm hoping there'll be a discount on that car sometime in the future. And the BMW M2 competition only needs a couple of updates. Isn't too expensive to upgrade. So I will be looking at doing that. I can't see that being ever given a discount. But you never know. So, moving on to the Master Series. And I attempted to complete a series in here on Wednesday's stream, and I think I only got 3rd. There we go. Japanese Ultra, using the Ferrari J50. As you see there, it was the Grand Prix circuit at Red Bull Ring, needing a minimum PR of 64.7, and I've got the Ferrari J50 up to 65. It's 4 laps. Can I do better than 3rd? Oh. So, Aaron C. John asks an interesting question. What are the 3 cars you don't own in road collection? Well, let's go through that, because one of them I'm hoping to earn Monday and Tuesday. But the other 2 are quite interesting in terms of what I don't own. Okay, so I'm up into 5th. It's not a bad position to be. I just need to make sure I don't make any mistakes going around some of these corners. Okay, there we go. There we go. So I'm into 3rd, into 2nd. I just need to chase down 1st. Not too bad at all for a first lap. Okay, and I'm on the tail of 1st. That's good because they were escaping, so I'm glad I was able to keep up with them and follow them. We have got quite a bit of a lead over 3rd, so much so that it's not even showing the yards. Oh dear. Oh. See that car just struggling for grip there. But it's okay, we're back on the tail of 1st. Got 2 more laps to get this won. There we go. Into 1st. Only just though, I'm only 20 yards ahead of 2nd. So I do need to be wary. I'm just going to hold the inside line, so he has to go around the outside, and that helps me keep 1st place. Right, still in 1st place. Let's see if we can not make a mistake on this corner this time. There we go. What an improvement. What a difference 2 days makes. So we've been racing almost an hour, and this will be the final bit of gold to earn tonight. But you know what? I'm going to be spending some gold. So, final lap. Bit of a lead I've now got over 2nd. Here we go. That is another first. Oh, Jose enters the chat. Sorry, Jose, I missed your comments. He says The Modena is the location of the Ferrari factory. Oh, right, okay. Interesting. In Italy. Very good. Nice little fact for you there. So I would imagine it is called Modena. Medina. Right, anyway, there we go. So that is this series completed. The car does need servicing, so we'll do that. But we will take a look and see if this car is in any more series. It looks quite nice, this one. There we go, 27 gold again, up to 2,959. And if we go into our garage on the roadside, it's actually in free series. So it was in Supercar Revelations, which it isn't the top car. No surprise there. Oh no, got that wrong, didn't I? Back into that. Okay. It's in obviously Japanese Ultra, which we've just completed, and it's also in Trial of Tributes in Season 2. What does it sit here? Sits actually as the bottom car. There we go. The other two cars are Ferraris as well and have exclusive series. But there we go. So that's the end of that car. So that does bring an end to the series that I was going to do this evening, having been racing an hour. So before I move on to what I'm going to do next, what I'm going to do is go back into the exclusive series, which actually, look at that, now sits at 69%. And I will just upgrade the Ferrari F12 TDF. Now this is going to cost me, I will get to the cars that I haven't got just in a moment. This is going to cost me 125 gold and 110, a total of 235 gold. But the series this car is in will mean I earn 100 gold back, so it's not too bad. So turn it to black. Right, okay, so the cars. So on Monday and Tuesday, we do have a limited series event to do. It is actually released on Sunday, but I'll be doing it on the Monday and Tuesday, which is the Radical RXC limited series. And obviously, if I complete that, I win the car. So that's one of the cars that's available for me to win. And that is in, there we are, Radical Revolution. Now, the other two cars that I haven't yet got on the road collection side are in the Legend series. And one's not particularly expensive, and the other one is. But I'm kind of just holding off buying them because I think they might be available in a flashback at some point in the future. So the first one on the list is the BMW M1. Which, if we just go in, there it is. Now you can see there I've got a discount at the moment. I could potentially do a 20% discount and buy it for 160 gold. I don't like spending gold in terms of buying cars, so I'd rather avoid that if I can, and I'd rather win the car in an event. It may or may not come back in, so that's the second car. And then the final car, which I'm sure must have a flashback event sooner or later, as you can see it there, is the Ferrari. In fact, that's showing as new, so let's not do that. It's the, there we go, the Ferrari FXXK Evo. As you see there, very expensive car. Hopefully we'll be able to race that car in an event and win it. That will be the plan. Will it come? Will it happen? Don't know. Don't know. But the other cars have eventually come available. It was years until I won the Porsche 919 Hybrid Evo, which was available in a limited series. So hopefully that car will become available. Right. Okay. So there we are. That's the three cars on the road collection side I don't currently own. Right. So what have I got left to do? Um, I'm not going to do any online multiplayer tournament as it's Formula E, and I have decided I'm not a fan of Formula E. I did do one race off stream, so I was able to take my reward from 3 to 5 gold, and I did get first. And I just thought, you know what, let's leave that there. Formula E, definitely not my favourite. What we can do is have a look at the weekly time trial. Now, I've struggled with this. And I've struggled with this because the Volkswagen IDR is just such a unique car, and it's so fast and it's very hard to drive it. But I have now got it into Group D. And whereas on, I think it was Wednesday, I was actually using the Porsche 919 hybrid to set my fastest time. I have figured out a little bit better how to drive this car. So I do currently have a time now. I think I've knocked 2 and a bit seconds off the times. I'm sure it was at 112 something or other. And now I'm in the 110s. But I still need to knock another second off if I want to get into Group C. So this might be fun. So Aaron C. John says the FXXK Evo looks so good. Yes, it does. It looks absolutely beautiful. Yeah, so hopefully sooner or later, we'll have an opportunity to win it again. And says Formula E is good if you have good racing line. Yeah, I think the problem is you're racing with such a massive, heavy battery in the car. It is literally like having the engine in the rear. Aaron C. John says only 3 braking points for the IDR. Yeah, everyone says that, but I always find it hard not to, if not to brake, not to take my finger off the accelerator because it's just hard taking those corners at the speed that this car goes through. He says flat out until turn 5. Blimey. I don't. I won't be doing that. I won't be doing that. I can't do that. I haven't been able to up to this point. Well, I am aware you can do it. It's just that. See, look, I naturally go off track there. You see. I know it can be done. I think what makes it harder for me, and I have tried changing the settings, is steering assist being off. So I might struggle because you really have got to. You see, look, see, I can do it, but I went off. You see, I can't do that. Can't do it. I just can't turn. And I can't move this quite as heavily. But you know, that's how it is. That's how it is. Oh, don't go off track. Come on. There you go. So I find I actually brake here. I'm only warming up. I do expect to go quicker. But I have found it hard. I just found this hard. Here we go. Yeah, so that's why I decided to do this last because it's just a car I've struggled with to race. Now, the racing style of this car is not like anything else in the game, so I've struggled with it. But let's try this again. Let's see what we could do. Okay. Oh, oh, I keep going off there as well. Yeah, so I've just not got to grips with this car. But we'll have another go. We'll see what we can do. Let's have another go. Oh, I see it went off there. But you can see probably on the camera how much I'm having to turn the iPad. Let's try again. I'll be a bit quieter. I've moved the iPad back just to see if I can have a bit more space. So I might be a bit, sorry, the microphone back. Let's try this again. There you go. Now it's interesting because I can make this car slide, which if you consider the massive spoiler on the back of this car, I think that's quite impressive. Okay. Come on. Oh, look at that. Lost it at the end. All right. That was a little bit better. A little bit better. Let's try again. Oh, went off track there. Let's try again. So there's a possibility of getting into C, but it might not be today. Come on. Okay, here we go. Well, I've done what I've always done, which is got into Group C. But there you go. You can see my limitations with my driving style, and it is exaggerated with this car. But there we go. I'm quite happy with that. I've got into Group C. Now let's come out and let's just see exactly what that means. To get out of Group C, I need to be 4 seconds quicker. But again, I'm happy with Group C. I'm happy. I know, and I'm about on the global leaderboard there. I'm normally around about 5,000th, so I'm currently sitting at 9,000. So there's probably a bit of improvement still to be had. But I don't think there's 4 seconds of improvement. But that was good. Into the 109s. You see I've gone off track there. I always find that I have to just let go a little bit. Overall, a bit of fun. And I did get on the end. It was a frustrating journey to get into Group C this particular week. Let's try that again. Right, see, I can't get the turning circle there. So this will be the last attempt, so we'll just carry on to the end no matter what happens. I think, unless I mess up on the first corner. Like that. Oh dear. One more go then. One, literally, this is it then. Oh, shame. When you lose it big in this car. So, overall, at least I managed to get into Group C, which is, as I said, normally when I've upgraded a car fully, Group C is my expected sort of like group to get into. But I was struggling with this car, and I believe on Wednesday I was only in Group E, and as you saw at the beginning of this stream, I'd only managed to get into Group D, but I have now got it into Group C. I do think there's probably another second I could knock off. I just think my reaction times with the turning, I'm a bit too much of an old man, I think, for that one anymore. But there we go, Group C. Not to be Not to be too upset about that. That's pretty good. I like that. 50 gold. I'll take it. Thank you very much. Especially compared to where I was on Wednesday, which was 18 gold and Group E. Right, so we've been racing now an hour 17 minutes. So we do have another time trial competition, the McLaren Solus GT. This is another series for some reason I've just struggled with. 124.68 has been my best. Oh dear. Oh dear. Well, that's rubbish. I couldn't help but notice as well. I didn't have a. I did not have shadow. Oh, we've got one now. Oh, come on, no. That's my lead wiped out. All the way down this as well, oh dear. Oh yeah, I got that so well. I don't think I'll ever hit that again. Oh. Oh dear. Right, let's move this back some closer. There you go. Right. Okay. Yeah, so again, this time trial competition, I've just struggled. I've just struggled with 10 seconds behind the leaders. Oh, there you go. That's it. It happens like that sometimes. There we go. Right, okay, there we go. I think that is the end of racing for today. I don't think there's anything else really to be racing in. What I will say is what's coming up next week. Obviously, it has been displaying down here, but so Monday, Tuesday, I will break the Radical RX series, RXC Limited series into two parts. Now, with it being a new car, on limited series, when you're winning a new car that's new to the game, you don't tend to get 24 hours. You only get 3 hours. And I was umming and ahhing over this, and I thought, you know what? I've got loads of uh, instant and free servicing. And in previous, if I go, let's come out of it and let's go to, well, I think round 8. There we are. I've got 1 hour there, and I'm sure I've got a 2 hour somewhere. There we go. So there's plenty of opportunity of splitting it up over 2 days, which I'm going to do. I'll basically do tiers 1 through to 9 on Monday, and then tiers 10 through to 15 on Tuesday, with obviously intention of winning the car. And then on Wednesday, we'll do a review of the cars that are on sale this week, from Tuesday of this week, and we'll do plenty of racing in multiple series, including, hopefully, Radical Revolution. Okay, there we go. So that's what we've got coming up Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. So the second new car will be available to win, and I intend to do that. Well, effectively, I'll end up winning it on Tuesday, but because I'll have to upgrade the car, it does mean I'll be spending some money on Monday. Now, this car, I believe, would cost 1,000 gold. So I reckon, without actually knowing for sure, I reckon it's going to cost round about 450 gold if I was a betting man. But I mean, hopefully it'll be a bit less. Bearing in mind that the other car cost 361 gold and that had a cost of 750 gold. So that's kind of what I'm basing it on. And it's an approximation, but we'll find out on Monday. All right, there we go. End of racing. Not too bad a way to spend the Friday evening. A shorter stream today, but I think that's fine. Okay, there we go. Game off screen. Mute the audio. Hopefully you enjoyed the racing tonight, and I definitely did. I was so much more successful at winning races than I was on Wednesday. We'll just put that down to having a bit of a blip, I think. That being said, I hope if you did like this video, if you can give it a thumbs up or a like. And if you like this sort of content and would like to see more, then please subscribe to the channel The Fifth Guardian on YouTube or follow the channel The Fifth Guardian on Rumble. With that being said, I hope whatever is left of your day is a very good one, and I hope that you all have fabulous weekends, and I look forward to seeing you on Monday. So until then, thank you and goodbye.